So I want to share something super personal with you. Most of my life, I've always thought the more successful I was, the better life would be. If I had more businesses, if I had more revenue, if I had more achievement, then that would make life better. And if I'm being honest, a lot of that came from my childhood. When I was growing up, my mom married my stepdad, and he was an alcoholic, and there was a lot of instability, a lot of chaos. And at a very young age, I actually lived in a neighborhood a very elite neighborhood where all the Redskins were. Joe Gibbs, all the Redskins players were in my neighborhood. And then when my actual parents got divorced, I moved into a smaller neighborhood. And at that very young age, I was like 12 years old, I made the decision, I'm never going to make a man decide where I'm going to live in my neighborhood. Anyway, I became an entrepreneur. I started businesses. I built companies. I've chased achievement. I've owned about 16 companies, successfully exited 4 of them. And from the outside, that sounds like freedom. But at one point, I had a couple businesses that I absolutely hated. And what I'm passionate about now is teaching people how to sell the businesses they hate and then move into something that creates freedom. And so there were seasons where I had revenue, I had the team, I had the growth, but I didn't have peace. And so when I realized something that changed everything is that the goal of entrepreneurship isn't money, and the goal isn't growth, and it's not even success. The goal is freedom. And I see entrepreneurs every day who are like, I hate my job and I feel like a prisoner in my own success. I feel like I can't take a vacation. They can't unplug. And it's just not freedom. And it's just miserable for them. And so if they stop working in the business, everything falls apart, and that's not freedom. And that's just another job with a different title. And so that's why me and my husband created something called Finch Freedom, because freedom isn't about making more money. It's about resetting your life. And so we want to reset your priorities. We want to help you build systems. So that's our coaching company. And then we also have a licensing company called Canzel, where we help teach you exactly how to sell your business, because building a business that serves your life instead of consuming it is what you want. And so that's my mission today, is to help people not grow a business that they hate. I want to help people build a business that creates freedom to them. And I don't want to have them get all this success and then hate everything they're doing. So that's a piece that's so, so important. And so if that's something that sounds interesting to you, comment below. We'd love to help you get some of these systems in place so that you either exit the business that you have right now and then move on to something that you love, or let us help you fix what you have right now. Because sometimes just a few tweaks can help you go, you know what? I'm back to loving the business because I've delegated some of the things out that I hate. I wrote a book called Delegate Everything But Sex. So that helps you delegate those things out and then be able to exit when you're ready.